Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So, another video about a game I got in a deep PlayStation Store sale. This one's called Soulstice. And yeah, so I'm going to make a video. It's not going to be a very long video because I don't think I'm going to get very far into this game. So, it's very rare that I buy a game. I used to buy many games on Steam as well. And it's very rare that I bought a game where my kind of initial reaction is, what the hell? This is that game. So it's a kind of RPG fantasy game, kind of, I don't know, nearest I could think of it's sort of similar to Dragon Age-y kind of thing in a feel maybe, but not in anything else apparently. So it even started off with a kind of what the hell. So you get a very long kind of, not long but longer than it should have been, kind of explanation, narration, texty dump at the same time of kind of what's happening in the world. It probably wasn't as long as it felt in real time, but it felt too long, if that makes sense. So you don't want to be reading or hearing like 2 or 3 minutes of just a dump about what's going on in the world at the beginning of a game. It doesn't really, don't know, it didn't really fit. And it didn't get me in the mood for the game. It got me like, come on, what's happening? Rather than to read and listen to all the stuff that you're not aware of what's going on at all anyway. So that didn't really help. And then you get a kind of scene where you're suddenly thrust into this area being attacked by baddies, demons, other things, but you're not quite sure what the hell's going on. You don't know why you're there. Maybe it was something in the text dump, but I wasn't paying attention to it all, because again, if you get this kind of quite a long expedition of what's going on, you don't read every page of it or listen to every word. But yeah, you're dumped into this area. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting the normal kind of thing where you suddenly, you know, you wake up in a game and you're somewhere and you have to go and explore and then something happens. But you're suddenly dumped into this weird kind of, it's like a semi-cut scene, because part of it is you fighting in this area against lots of different demons that keep dying and then more come. But then half the time it cuts to a kind of cutscene where you're doing stuff that's not in your control. In fact, half the time I wondered if I was actually doing anything. And then you get another cutscene, and then you end up in this place. Now, it looks nice enough, as you can see. The design is nice, but the problem is, and like I said, the beginning of this game wasn't very promising to how many games are when I've started them. Usually games start quite well and then you end up feeling bored or disappointed. This game started not really inspiring and it's got worse. So the thing that is, I don't know, it's almost game breaking to me, and I've really tried to find if it's me or whether it's a game, but I can't find anything in the game that shows me anything different. It's the most irritating camera angle I've ever seen in any game I've ever played. If you can see where I am there, that's me on there, but you can't really do anything with the camera, as you can see, and that's me doing this on the right joystick. You can't move the camera properly around. It's really weird. So you can't look where you're going at all. So if I run down here, I have no clue what's at the other end of that because I can't see. If you go back there, you can't see where you're going at all. It's really, and it's a bit wobbly as well. Not wobbly as in if you don't touch it, it doesn't wobble, but it feels really unintuitive and it doesn't feel right. I noticed it the minute I started playing. I thought this isn't quite the right angle for that character. It doesn't look right. It's not quite centred on the character. The character's too far away. Those two things, okay, maybe they're not the end of the world, but you can't, if it was like that and then you could use the R stick to look around everywhere, that wouldn't be as bad. But the character's not very well centred and not very close to where you're looking, and you can't actually move the stick around, so you're there and you can't see where you're going. It's really weird. So what I've managed to do in this game so far, and I've been playing this for about 15 minutes since I got through the kind of annoying beginning bit, and all I've managed to do so far is smash crates. I've been very good. I'm very good at breaking crates. And the other problem is, that's my companion humming by the way, is that there's no map that I can see. You can see the game looks nice in the background, but there's no map, so you can't see where you're going, so you can't look round to where I would want to look there to see what's down there if I need to go that way, and there's no map or indications where you need to go. So it's almost impossible. I mean, I'm sure it's not impossible, I'm exaggerating, but it's really, this is on the first like little bit of a game, to know A, what you're meant to do and where you're going. I can't work out, you can see you can run down steps, but I can't see what's over there. I can't see what's back there. Even if I run up there, I can't then see where I'm going, and I can't even remember if it's the way I've already been, because you can't look to see to reference where you're going or anything. So it's the most irritating camera angle and set of movement controls I've ever seen in a game, and I've played games that I thought this doesn't look quite right, or the camera's too near, or it's not. But it's yeah, it's terrible, well said. And I really don't think I can continue playing this. Much as I like the look of it, and even though I didn't get the story from the beginning, because it was, like I said, it was a bit too much of a story given away straight away, and much as I didn't understand what was going on with the first bit of combat, I would be alright with that if it got to a bit and I could run around exploring, but you can't, because you can't work out where the hell you're going. And I can't work out how you would work out where the hell you're going, because I run down here and it's dead end, okay, but then you can't see anywhere else to go. I can see I can't go that way, but if I go this way I can't see where I'm going. I mean, I can't see where I'm trying to go. It doesn't tell me where I'm trying to go. Okay, so say I run this way, okay, now I know that's a dead end, but I couldn't have known that until I ran that way. You can't go that way. You can run this way, but I can't see where I'm trying to run to. Even if I push the right stick as far as I can't really see anything. I think I've been up here. I know I jumped off there and I couldn't get up the other side of that. You can go up this, but again, you can't see where you're going, so you can't see if you'd want to go up there. It's really rubbish, actually. I hate to say that, and you know I'm very forgiving about games, but this is bad. It's really, really bad, because it doesn't take a genius to work out how you control games. It's a basic thing back from the first PlayStation days, and this just hasn't got that at all. It's janky's fine if it was like just wobbling about and the camera moved and you could look where you wanted to go and it told you where you wanted to go, one or the other or both. That won't be so bad. But you've got neither, and I really have, like I said, I don't think I'm going to continue this game, but if I was going to, I've got no idea what I do next. I did jump off here, because the only way I could see to go that I hadn't seemed to have been is down here, but then I can't jump up there. I've tried quite a lot of times, and I don't know if I'm meant to jump up there. There's nothing to indicate that's the way to go, and because you can't see any map, there's no indicator of anything, and you can't really look round to anything to see anything. I can jump back up here, so that tells me that I can't jump that, because if I can jump here, then I'll be able to jump that, so it looks a little bit higher. So I don't know, maybe I'm meant to jump, I don't know, I don't really care. To be honest, the game gave me a headache in about 10 minutes because of the way the camera is and the way it's just really odd. So for the first time when I'm making a video about a game that I bought, I'm going to say I totally would not recommend this game, because of what I've just said. It's confusing to start with, you don't quite know what's going on. It's a mixture of a cutscene and you're kind of fighting at a cutscene when you start up, and then you get dumped into this place, which doesn't tell you, it does tell you kind of why you're going here, kind of, but you can't work out where you're going. You're meant to meet somebody, your contact or something, it tells you, but how the hell would you know where that person is, and how would you find them if you can't look around anywhere and there's no indicator? And like I said, if it's just me, it's just me, but I've played lots and lots of games before, and it shouldn't be this difficult to find out, and I'm not going to Google it or YouTube it because I don't care. And like I said, the camera angle is just so off-putting. It's, even if it did tell me where the person was, it's just such an off-putting way of movement and camera angle. So anyway, this is Soulstice. I would not recommend this game at all. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Till next time, take care for now.